The world is changing, glaciers are changing, even in the highest, coldest places on the planet. My name's David Brashears. I'm a mountaineer and a photographer and a filmmaker. I was asked to go and do a match photograph. And so I came to the Royal Geographical Society. I got a picture that George Mallory had taken in 1921 and wandered up to around 19,000 feet, holding a black and white image in my hand and finding the place where he had taken that. And at that moment, I was just astonished. It was in the state of devastation. And there are no skyscrapers, there are no villages. So it's hard for the viewer of the image to understand the scale. So if you zoom in and look at the ice pinnacles, there's a yellow box around the ice pinnacles. Well, we have a close-up picture of that ice pinnacle with a climber on it. And then one gets a sense of scale. That glacier has had a vertical loss of mass of about 100 meters. That's a 30-story building. I've been on 13 expeditions to Mount Everest, so even before I left, I knew roughly from where he took the photo. Some of the other photos have required quite a bit of detective work because one doesn't want to hike up the wrong 19,000-foot hillock. These are photographic points. It's loose rock, it's dangerous, but it's where map makers and photographers go to get good imagery. What we're seeing here is the Keytrack Glacier, which sits at the base of Choyo-yu, which is the 6th highest mountain in the world. And we're seeing a debris-covered glacier. It might look like dirt. And this picture was taken in 1921 by Major Wheeler. Really, I was just completely gobsmacked when I stood there, and all I saw was a big lake. As far as the eye could see, was no longer a glacier, but a trench. There are over 37,000 glaciers throughout the greater Himalayan region, all melting at different melt rates. Well, what does this mean for the water supply? Not tomorrow, not 10 years from now, but 50 years from now, when 500 million more people will live in China and India. These are Himalayan giants, huge mountains, and then you see this massive glacier below all these high Himalayan summits. And when we reach the exact point from which Wheeler took his photograph and matched it, there's a scene of complete devastation. Both of these images are epic and beautiful, and they're also a bit sad to see the dramatic change in our landscape in only, 86, 87 years. It is worth noting that some of this vertical loss of mass would occur naturally. What we're concerned about is how much it's been accelerated by human activity. What we found is that the beauty of these images get people's attention, but it's a grim message because they tell a story. What is the story of 2060? What will our world look like then? And how do we prepare for it?